Hello friends, Cheryl here with InkPulp. We're back with another video. You remember this little guy we made, the small trifold journal? We're going to finish it up today. I picked out some ephemera, I've got a closure, and we're just going to go through and finish it up. Now, what I did is I went through my the ladies' home journal from the 1940s, and I just pulled out some ads, some little ads. This is real thin paper, and I want to just decorate the front of these signatures. And we'll put that down. I'm not making them a pocket. The paper's too thin for that. This is just going to be a decoration. So let me find a clue book. And we'll put this down. How's everybody today? I'm having a great day. I can't tell you how nice it is to be back in my craft room again. But I did something really stupid. I had been cleaning up my craft room and basically putting everything in boxes so that I could clean it all up and then put it all back where it goes. There. Isn't that cute? That was a hose supporter. And then on this one, let's see. Now this is interesting, and I'm not sure. Because this is going to go like this. So I guess I should put this on, but then it sort of opens backwards. So really, this is the front. I'll put it on this side. I don't know. I forgot to take these little corners off. Ooh, I'm shaking today. I just finished drinking my coffee. That's probably what's doing it. All right, let's ink this guy up. I didn't think about that. Front and back. Oh, and I kind of tore these. This one I tore by mistake. And so I thought, okay, we'll just put a couple of torn edges in here, make it look even more vintage. This paper's so thin. This is old. Whoops, I just tore it again. So we'll just take that and make that a tear out. Let me do this on here because I think that it's getting too much. Just be very delicate with it. All right. All right. This one is Dr. J. Parker Pray's toilet preparations. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh, I don't want something with toilets. But it's toiletries. So there's a cream, nail enamel, and medicinal face powder. So these were things that the ladies used back in the day for their toiletries, but they called them toilet preparations, which I'm not sure why. I like toiletries a lot better. So it's Sunday here. I don't know what day this is going to post, but my husband is doing football today, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna come downstairs and I'm gonna put I rolled up this little piece here, but I need to put just a smidgen of glue on there to keep it rolled up. Not much. There. All right, so there's that one. Now, I've got a few things yet. And that's it. All right, let's go through. I didn't decorate this a whole lot because this is just a small journal. Oh, so this is the pocket, and I did just take just a piece of writing paper. Just a piece of writing paper. It's coffee dyed paper, inked it up, and then I just put this tab on it, this whale tail tab with a number. Now, this one, I don't know if I might want to put this up earlier in the, I think I want to put it here. I'm hesitating because I don't know if I want to make that a little pocket or just, I could make it a tuck spot. Let's put it on some kind of cardstock backing here. And we'll make this one just a tuck spot. And I can't line it up exactly because I hand cut these edges and they're not perfectly straight. So make sure we don't have any glue blobs in there. And this has got a magnetic end to it and it sticks to everything. All right, now this has got a black border around it, so I'm not sure that we need to ink it, but I'm going to because I don't want the color of this backing to show up. So I've just got, I don't know, about 6 in each signature, interactive items. And I'm going to leave it at that. They're not, it's not overly decorated, which is good. So I don't want to. And I know this paper is really white, but whoever gets it can make it, put some stenciling or some stamping or whatever on it. I'm going to leave it fairly generic. And then we have the pocket. And then that's the middle. And I'll show you what I'm going to do in the middle here in a minute. So here's the other side of the pocket. And I just took a piece of paper. This is actually the same paper as the cover of the signature. And I just put some lace down the side of it and tucked it in here. Oh, this lady. I love this lady. Let's move her up a little bit. Since I moved the other stuff up. So we had that there. I don't want to put her in the middle. don't know if I want to put her on that page. So yeah, let's just leave her right here. All right. So I found this lady who was dust mopping, and so I fussy cut her. I thought she'd be a cute little, we could make her a tuck spot too, but I don't think so because of how frail this paper is. And I don't want to fussy cut a whole backing. I don't want to back her and then have to fussy cut it out again. So, but let me do this. I do have a couple of spots. That's what I was afraid of. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. And it will be okay. It will be okay. Yeah, I was afraid I might break that. I don't know that that blade is the sharpest thing. And I just tore her head off, but we can fix that. We can fix the head. I'm not worried about that. Man, this thing is tearing all over the place, which tells me I need a new glue page. Okay. Okay, so that is fine. Let's put her head back on. There is no forgiveness in this real lightweight paper, I'll tell you. And then I've got so I tore her twice. So there's your lesson for the day. When you're working with really old magazines, be very careful. Very, very careful. Or you'll end up doing have to do a repair job. Like, well, this is just starting to peeve me off. I got her into several pieces now. So let's put this on here. You can usually repair these things pretty well. But it's just a pain in the neck to have to do it. And then I'm going to take a little piece of washi tape, find the end here, and it's too thick. I'm going to just put a little bit of washi tape on the back of that to make sure it stays together. Come on. Come on up. There we go. See, she already came up. So let's put her down again. Well, I'm learning something here about how fiddly the old magazines are when they have like little pieces. Okay, there we go. And that washi tape helped. Okay, and we'll do this here, and then I've got that other piece of washi tape that I just cut that we'll use for the back here on the dress. I've just got tears all over this thing. There we go. Yeah, I don't think we'll burnish it down real good. I don't think you'll be able to see that unless you were really looking for it and you knew what you were looking for. Come on. Come on up. Doggone it. You know what? I think I have just ruined this piece. So, I'm going to have to find another one. So I will find another cutout to put in here, and I'll add that as an add-on to the end of this video. All right, then I got a belly band, and I thought this was really cute. I found some irons, and then I found this clock little tag here to go inside of that. So here's the thing, when you're putting, I should have used art glitter glue on the back of that lady, because then I wouldn't have been, trying to spread the glue, or the glue stick, which was my downfall. All right. And then we'll put that in there. So there's a little belly band. And then that's the end of that signature. All right, let's see if we can do this one without messing it up. We'll get all this glue down, and then we'll put the closure on and be done. Oh, what I did here is I just folded the flap of the envelope and made it a pocket. And I cut out this little guy, and I backed him. And I just stuck him down in that pocket. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then here's the other side of that. And I already had this little tag made up. And I thought, with the old writing and stuff, that would be okay. And then I put a brown and kind of a pinkish, it's ladder trim, but it's a little topper on there. So I did that. And then this is the family shoe stretcher. We did this as a tuck spot in the first signature, so let's do it as a tuck spot in this signature. Man, oh man, I am just having the worst time with this magazine paper. I'll have to put something down here because it pulled up some of the, it's all right. I can find something to put there. So really, really be careful with this old magazine paper if you decide to use it, because it is really, really, really brittle. And it tears at the slightest. The slightest little thing. So let's get, here's all my little tiny stuff, and I'm sure that in here somewhere I can find a little something to put. That's what I'm looking for here. This is it. Okay. There we go. Just something like that, right on the edge. R.G. Mason. I like the circular because it's, you know, I don't want to put two rectangles down there. No. I like this R.G. Mason's. Yeah, I'm just going to go with this because I like it. I like the color. It kind of goes with the colors in this journal. And it'll cover up that spot where I... Boy, if you all don't have these little tiny Tim Holtz pieces, and I don't remember, I have taken them out of the package, so I don't remember what the package was called, but I highly recommend them. They are wonderful. There we go. Now if I did it, no, I'm going to do the tuck on this spot. For what I just used them for covering up little mistakes, extra little embellishments. They're just really, really wonderful. I love them. And yes, I do have white papers in here, and I know everybody hates the white paper, but I think it'll be okay. I think, you know, whoever gets this can certainly stencil over it, put something else on there, lots of things that can be done. All right, and then the last belly band. I have this lady, and then I have this flowering bulbs little ticket to go in here. So let's... And I like this. When I was cutting her out, her little sleeve kind of sticks out over the edge of the thing. It's barely noticeable, but it's really cute. Okay, let's put this down here. I didn't do, you know, like I said, this is just a little mini journal within, or a small journal within the bigger one. So I did not put a lot of, you know, fancy stuff in here. Let me make sure we don't glue it down too far. And there we go. There's a little belly band, and that's it. So we now have this. Now it's time to put together the closure. And let me put these little things back in their spots. And here's what I'm going to use for a closure. I found this black button. I want to put it on the diagonal. And then I need to raise it up a little bit, and I am going to be sewing through these as well. I'm going to sew it onto the, probably I will sew it onto these little tabs, and then I will glue down the tabs with some pretty heavy duty glue. So here's what I need, and I'm going to use... Actually, I'm going to use art glitter glue for this. So I got a bunch of these little, I cut these out. These are 3/4 inch circles, and they fit just perfect. And what I wanted, get off my finger. What I want to do is raise, I want to raise the button up off the page so I have room to put a tie in there. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm just doing all the glue at once. All right. So I'm gonna kind of put them all together, and then I'll make sure that they're all lined up perfectly. I don't know how many I have here, maybe 7. Okay, and I am going to, actually, I'm going to like that. Oh, I did have one more. I am going to set this to dry with a clamp. I'll put a clamp on that side, and I'm going to put a clamp on that side. All right, we'll let that dry. And I have got this, this is called macrame cord, but I think it's made out of paper, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the back here and leave this long enough to, I'm going to leave it extra long, and then I can cut it off later. But this is a pretty easy process. I've got somewhere over here, I pushed it all off the table as I was working. I had a little scrap of of fabric, there it is. And this is going to go right here with this underneath it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put down some Faber-Tac. Ooh, it's a really gummy tip on here. And I just want to put enough to get the string to lay down in there. That's about even. We can line up the button on the other side to match. Okay, let's see, which side do I want up? I want this grungier side up, I think. So I'm just going to put a good dollop of Faber-Tac. Now what I'm going to do, oh, come on. What I'm going to do with this is spread it so it doesn't seep through, but I want a good amount so it really gives a good hold. I thought about I was going to put an eyelet in there and adhere it with an eyelet. And you know, I've got two. We Are Memory Keepers, the eyelet setters, the big one, and then a regular size one. And I was cleaning up my room, couldn't find either one of them. And so I decided to just, let's do some archival ink, but I want to use this one. So I couldn't do the eyelet. So you know what I did? Even though I have two and they're in boxes, and I searched. Oh my gosh. I opened up the boxes and I searched and searched and I could not find them. I'm not going to ink up the inside, I don't think. And I'm using black because everything else on this is pretty black, but I'm not going to put a super heavy inking. But anyway, I went online and bought another one of the smaller ones. And then I'll have two in case I lose one again, or I can sell one of them in one of my sales. I hate when I do stuff like that and then I have to go out and repurchase something that I already have. But I spent all morning looking through boxes down here and could not find it. Okay, so now here's another question. Do we want to put a little bit of... No, I'm not doing lace on this one. I'm going to keep this one pretty... I was wondering about putting lace on the spines, but there's two spines, and I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do it. Now, I'll still have a little bit of work to do on this. We won't see it online here, but you guys get the idea. And you can decorate, however you want. This also covers up that little bit of red file folder that you can see underneath there. All right. All right, there's just a little bit of black inking with my little archival ink in black soot. I love this little tea box. Isn't that just the sweetest? And it's perfect size for those little inks. All right, so now we've got that, and I can put like a sticker or a lady. I can go find something in that magazine, some little image to put on there. But let's see. This should be dry by now. And there's a little tiny hole, not hole, but an indentation in this button. You see that? That's another reason I picked this button. So those will fit perfectly in there. And then I'm going to sew through to get some thread on the top. And then we'll just glue it onto the book. I'm not sure. Sewing would make it sturdier. I wish you guys could tell me what you think. Sewing would make it sturdier, but then I would have the stitching showing on the other side. So I don't know what to do. Before I put this down, I'm going to take my black soot and I'm just going to go around the edge of this so that if you look at the button from the side, it will be black in there. And I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. It'll match the button. All right. So let's put this on here. And this is going to get stitched together as well. So doesn't matter so much. So what I'm saying is if you look at it, like when this is down, if you look at it from the side, you'll see black in there instead of, the color of the cardstock that I used. Okay, let's do that for just a minute. Now I'm going to use black thread, but I'm going to double it because I wanted this to be, let me find one of these that's thinner. I don't know. I could put another bit of fabric in there. maybe I'll stitch it all the way through. What do you guys think? You guys think I should? I kind of do. Because it really will make it sturdier. I'll glue it and stitch it so that it's got some glue there, but it's also got the stitching. All right, so let's do this. Let's put this here and put the button where we think it needs to go, which I think is going to be right about here. All right, now what I need to do is take my awl. I don't want to go all the way through because I'll hit the, oh, I didn't even get, hang on, I didn't even get through the, I didn't get through the cardstock even into the cover. All right, let's do this again. All right. I think I want it to go no, I think actually we'll get it straight just like that. All right. So there's that. Now, let's clamp that again. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a clamp in that far. Okay, now what I need to do is punch some holes all the way through that so I might be able to just get my needle in through there. The problem is, well, if I go down this way, come on. Now I've got some pliers here. Let's push with those pliers so I don't kill my fingers. Oh my goodness, that's heavy. Or that's hard. It's hard to get through. That's not even going through. Oh, I can kind of see where it is here. Oops. We came off by one layer. Come on. I guess this is the good reason why we're going to sew this to these little discs, because they're not holding so great. But we'll put some Fabri-Tac on them. And we'll have the stitching to hold it down. So I guess this is why I wanted to. There we go. And I've got this moving here just a little bit. Okay. All right, and then some more Fabri-Tac on this one. So there's always, I guess the lesson here, and the thing that I've really learned about this little art form, is that when you run into problems, there really is always a way to fix it. And then we need to put one on the top here to glue the button on. And then once we get this button on, we will be finished. Okay. Whoops. I guess we want the button facing up. That would be a good thing. Okay. This is what I get for not clamping it down when I was first putting it on. Let's hold it for just a minute. Or I should have put it under something heavy or found a bigger clamp or something. That's okay. We'll keep going. Okay, let's push this through as far as I can get it, and then we'll finish it with the awl on the back side. Or maybe this will go through. Oh. And there it is. On the back side. This button's still kind of loosey-goosey. I gotta let it set up and dry, but you know, I have no patience for that stuff. When you're trying to get a project done, you're trying to get the project done. We got no time for drying. Okay, come on. Go through there. There we go. Thank you. Didn't come through the same hole, but that's okay. I'm going to put a little something over the back side of this. There we go. All right, now that we've got the holes, it should be a whole lot easier to finish stitching. I say that in theory, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to get this back up through the same hole again. There we go. I probably should have used a lighter, like a lighter brown color thread so you could see it. And I can always go back and do that once we get off. I may do that, but we'll see. All right. Come on. All right, I'm going to just leave that like that for now. I'm going to put the string in here so I can finish that up. That doesn't go like that. That goes like that. All right. So now we have that. And then I've got that. Actually, I like it down on the bottom better. There we go. And I can then cut this off. I could put a charm on the end of it, which I may very well do. But there it is. There is the final piece, and I do really need to clamp it. Oh, I can clamp it from this side now. I can clamp it from here now that it's closed. There. All right. That's it, folks. That's the mini, or not mini, but small trifold journal. And we'll just let that set up for a few minutes. That will help a lot. And the fact that it's sewn on. And I actually, what I may do is take some of this heavier thread and put through there. So I'm going to go around a few times just to hold it with the sewing thread. And then I may go around with the other. But anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. That is the whole thing. I need to go put a little more. I need to replace that vacuuming lady. That really broke my heart. I thought she would be so cute in there. And I need to put something on the center pages. But other than that, we are done with this little journal. Just need to let this set up and continue sewing it together. And then it will be done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. And if you decide to make one of these, let me know. Send me a picture. I'm inkedpulp@gmail.com. I would love to see it. I'm taking this out while that sets up. I don't want to compromise it. All right. So yeah, let me know if you decide to make one. Would love to see what you do. Now that's going to leave a divot there. So I'm going to find a piece of paper towel because that clamp will leave a mark on the back of the journal. So put that there. That'll help it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day. If you are a football watcher like my husband, I hope your teams do well today. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.